I find myself thinking about you. Your memories keep me.
Hello, and thank you for tuning in to the Highgarden Podcast. Today's guest is a special gentleman, activist, bartender, community leader. I want to welcome to the show, Cameron Mitchell.
Appreciate it, TJ. Thank you.
Yeah, man, thanks for coming down. You have a really good, voice in the community. A lot of people who, are down with the movement of Black Lives Matter, LGBTQ, they really look up to you. So I wanted to have you on the show and, give us some of your insight.
Appreciate the opportunity. And,
Yeah, man.
Just here to speak a little truth to power.
Hell yeah. So as of right now, where are you living? What are you working on? What are your new projects that you got moving?
I'm still in the square. Actually,
King of the square, actually.
wouldn't say that. I had a fun run. I had a good run.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'm actually back with my folks. I moved back in. Was living with my girlfriend. We broke up, and I was like, "Fuck it, Corona, shit's wild. Might as well get a fresh start."
And there's nothing wrong with going home.
No,
Never is.
Especially during the pandemic. And guess what? I don't have to pay for shit.
Okay, free dinners, baby, free rent.
Free dinners, free rent. Oh, it's great. It's great.
Yeah,
Hey, if you got it, flaunt it, guys. Get it.
For sure, dude. Any projects you're working on? In Akron, I heard that you're in charge of all these Black Lives Matter signs. Like, you really helped out with that, and you guys are doing, pens now?
We have patches. We have patches right now.
What's a patch? Do you just, slap it on there?
No. So they're patches, say, this denim I got on. Legit, you want to, sew your shit in, have a patch.
Oh,
because people, they put patches on stuff, hats, denim,
Oh, yeah.
Some really cool shit. But let people know that you're really out here and you believe in this Black Lives Matter shit. Really wear it on your back, put it on your chest. Do what the fuck you need to do.
Yeah, that's dope, dude. What is it? It's just the symbols?
No,
BLM?
No. It actually says Black Lives Matter on a black canvas. It was I had a bunch of see, I'm wearing these black Levi's right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love black Levi's.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of pairs that I blew out, blew the crotch out and just working a lot, doing stuff. Life, yeah. So we used a lot of that canvas, and we got our homie Foxy Neptune.
Hey.
That's her at.
Hey, shout out
That's
Milk.
her at. Yeah, Milk Money. You know what it is. I ain't gonna drop her government. But yeah, she came up with the actual press for it. AJ, my ex.
Mm-hmm.
She was actually the one who really started getting these Black Lives Matter signs really out and distributed through the square.
Yeah.
And especially around Akron, because you drive around, you see them fucking everywhere.
It's not only that you see the Black Lives Matter signs, it's the same one too.
Yeah.
It all came from the same source.
Yeah. There was she came with the idea. She's like, I need to do something to get back. I want to do something. And my dude Nate, who he works at a screen printing shop, whatever.
Okay, so that's what you meant when you meant pressing. So you guys are putting the shirt on there and pressing it with the with the wet stuff.
he has the capabilities to do that,
Mm-hmm.
but what we needed for him, they also do yard signs and
Okay,
have
there
the
we
metal.
go. That's the things I see.
Same guy,
Okay.
but he does shirts like that too. Don't worry, man.
snap.
You got to know people. You know people in the square. You got somebody for everybody, man. It's great.
Dang, dude.
But they linked up, and he gave us a quote, gave us a price. And he was also like, I'm about this too. I'll match half. So it was what I got put in, he matched half. Nate's a good fucking dude. And we got a bunch of the boards. We got all the little
The metal
stakes.
signs.
Yeah, the stakes.
There we go.
And it was shit. I stole a fucking I stole a stool from Thursdays because it's tall enough. Because when you're spray painting, and it's you can't be leaning over in something it's a small surface because your back's gonna be trashed.
Destroyed, yeah.
And if you doing I think altogether, they were I think it was 450 signs made.
Shh.
Yeah.
Jeez.
450 signs
Handmade.
made. Yeah, handmade.
Dude, that rocks.
I
man.
was probably responsible for maybe 50. But
Hey, that's something.
no,
that's
but,
more than 49.
But AJ, no, she really put her money where the mouth was, and she did some good
she
shit.
put on for
She
it,
did,
dude. That's
she did.
dope. Where was she selling them? Where were you able to purchase these signs?
So they weren't for purchase. That's the other thing.
Oh, yeah.
They were on a donation base.
Mm-hmm.
So when we first started, each sign came with a little postcard. These are some local organizations to donate to.
Yeah.
But people, they're lazy as fuck. They ain't trying to do that shit. So it's like, yo, here's this cash. Like, I got 5 on it. I got 10, whatever. And it was like, we just had to fucking just wad of cash from all these people. But the really cool thing with all this cash is it all got donated.
Yeah.
We donated to the...
Didn't you say NAACP?
Yeah, the Akron NAACP.
The Akron.
Yeah. Our Akron chapter. You know, we got to
dude.
Got to take care and respect the Dirty 330.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it is.
That's cool, dude.
But yeah, it was something like I think it was like $759, something like that. Yeah,
That's sweet.
Yeah,
That's super dope.
And like the thing with these patches, like get the cash when I start moving those because I want to do this after the elections. I need people to know like this just wasn't a thing.
No, it's
like,
not a phase. This is
on. Like,
yeah, we should keep pushing this.
Mm-hmm. So after this podcast, I'm gonna post them on Instagram.
Yeah.
I actually going to link up right now. Twitter is Collective Mind P, and my Instagram is Collective Mind Project.
Okay.
So hit those @.
And you'll be able to look at those signs.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you gotta get that follow. If you ain't got no pictures, you ain't getting
if
shit.
you ain't following, you ain't getting nothing. I heard that.
Trust me, you got more than 10 pictures, you're a fucking bot or you're goddamn fed. I ain't got time for that.
Got that. Hell yeah.
But yeah, a lot of good work came out of that, and it's really cool when you do drive around the city and you do get to see those signs because you know how much time and effort and legit passion went into
and
it.
especially in the Highland Square area where they're where they're mostly at. Like I want to say it's your street. I don't know what street you're on.
Charlotte Street. When I was still in Charlotte, I think like every house on that street except for like maybe like 4 had a sign in the front.
Me and a buddy Pablo, we were driving together and we drove down Charlotte. And there were so many Black Lives Matter signs that we literally turned around. We said, we got to drive down again.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, okay, someone really cared about us on this whole street. That's dope.
Legit. Every night I got home, she was already doing stuff. She was already had the stencils out.
It's dope,
painting.
man.
Then came through to help out. One of our neighbors down the street, Courtney, she came down and helped out, made a few signs. It was a really cool community effort because everybody in the street, especially Charlotte Street, actually shout out to Charlotte Street, Highland Square, one of the best streets in the square. Everyone's actually cool on that street. They all know each other. It's like an actual neighborhood.
It's community.
You can actually, like, I kid you not, things I thought were silly growing up, like you see like, someone knock on the door on the TV, like, hey, you got a cup of sugar? You could actually do that on that street. And this is in that urban area. It was like legit. Everyone knew who each other were.
Dude, that
and
rocks.
Everyone actually appreciated and cared about one another. And that was like one of the more beautiful, cool things I get to see being in the city. And I've been here most of my life. And I love it. When you see things like that, it's like, nah, man. Like, we're a great place. We got cool shit going on.
Yeah. As communities goes, there's nothing really like Highland Square area.
No.
When you see the porch rocker and everything is shut down, and you see everyone out going to the different houses to watch the shows. You're like, wait, this is literally the best community in Ohio. It's Highland Square. It's hands down. It's the best. It's got the tightest LGBTQ community, people who truly care about the BLM movement, and it's the best.
Legit for like the size of what it is. Like, if you had to like grade it on fun for square mile, or respect and equality for square mile, absolutely, yeah. Highland Square, Highland Square, yeah, absolutely.
Hands down.
I'm putting that top fucking 2 in the fucking state.
In the state,
it is one of the most beautiful places in our entire state, and it's right here in Akron.
That's
and
dope,
that's something
dude.
that I think everyone should be proud of.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm extremely proud of Akron and Highland Square. Obviously, we got the King, but just truly, Highland Square is the place to be. So moving on forward, what was
Shit, that's why you got Tangier becoming a gym for everybody in Highland Square.
That's gonna be dope, dude.
Highland Square is about to become Montrose. It's about to be sick.
The new Montrose, Highland Square.
LeBron Montrose.
Hey, dude, that's dope. That's super dope. So, with the whole Corona situation going on, where were you like when COVID first hit? There's like a story that you were like stuck overseas, like.
Yeah.
That sounds absolutely scary.
It was a trip, literally and figuratively. So AJ and I.
What month were you?
March.
March.
This is March. This is March. What? 11th. Yeah, March 11th. I think is when we flew out because the whole game plan was to go to Ireland, do St. Patrick's Day in Dublin, go to Bray, which is like a coastal town in Dublin, do their fucking week-long thing. And, like, have a good time. Like, do St. Patrick's
Visit
Irish.
Guinness.
Yeah, absolutely. It was
You know what I'm saying? Do some sightseeing. Hell yeah, that's dope.
No, again, Guinness is great, but I'll get there. Like Guinness is the architecture is so cool, the history is so cool, the beer is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Guinness does taste different over there.
Yeah.
It really does serve room temp, and
Yeah,
it
that's
makes a little bit
dope.
difference.
That's a big dope, dude.
But,
So you fly over there for vacation with your significant other.
Yeah.
The first day, you guys like, oh, we're at the bar. We're going to see Guinness, the man himself. This is dope.
Nah, well, even before that, man, just like on the flight, like we took off at like 9 o'clock.
PM or AM?
And they had fucking Trump and Pence. Like, we had Wi-Fi on the plane. It's international. You gotta have Wi-Fi. At like 9:11 p.m. and we just took off at 9 o'clock. They announced a travel ban because COVID.
You're on the plane.
We're in the air. We're
You're
over
in
the
the
Atlantic. We're over the Atlantic.
Okay, so you're in the airplane. People are going,
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
oh,
Absolutely.
oh.
Yeah, because
Jeez.
everyone's like, wait, what does that mean? Like, what? Like, what?
We got a travel ban.
Like, are we not allowed to come back? Like, we were
Dang,
stuck.
dude.
So off rip, we kind of knew.
This is gonna be awkward.
Yes, it was going to be a different vacation. And when we first got there, everything seemed somewhat normal. I can't say completely normal because we flew into Dublin International.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a big airport, huge airport. And
You got off the plane.
we got off the plane, and you walk off the plane to the airport, and it's a ghost town.
Oh no.
It's quiet.
Oh, you can hear your suitcase.
You could hear your own footsteps every step you took.
Oh, dude.
Yes.
No.
And the thing that I was impressed by, and that really, it really made me understand, like, okay, there are places that do take this seriously, especially in hindsight now.
Mm-hmm.
When you got the plane, they have signs everywhere talking about, hey, make sure you social distance, make sure you're washing your hands, like at least for 20 seconds.
This is
3
hours after the travel ban.
Yeah, and this is so. Well, we're in Ireland now, so that flight is like it's like
Long
4.5.
time.
Yeah, it's like 4.5, almost 5. So and there's I want to say it's a 6-hour difference, 6-hour time difference.
Mm-hmm.
But this is still the 11th, or maybe it's the 12th now. But they already had stuff up like, hey, there's this very contagious virus going around.
Be safe.
Be safe, like
Practice
social
this.
distance,
Mhm.
practice like good hygiene. If you
Damn,
feel
dude.
sick, like you feel something's wrong, like you feel like you have a fever, or you have a weird cough, like stay home. Like
For
legit.
sure.
Immediately when we got there, the signs like, okay, like they understand this is an issue, but it wasn't anything too crazy.
Yeah, and just like honestly being like a little bit American and a little bit stupid, you'd be like, you know, how serious can this be? You know what I'm saying? Like that's where I was at first. Like, okay, are you kidding? Like,
Yeah.
how serious can this be?
But at this point, it was like that there too, because it had just hit that island. Like the only country that was like really going through at that point in time in Europe was Italy.
Mm-hmm.
Italy, like
Yeah, I remember they were like the first to be like, dude, they're getting destroyed.
Yeah.
Jeez,
just
man.
burped to the mic. Sorry.
No, you're all good. So obviously you take off on the plane. 11 minutes into your flight, the travel ban starts.
Yep.
You know, you get off the plane and it's literally a ghost town in the airport. I mean, what kind of vacation is this setting up to be, man? I'd be pretty nervous, dude. I'd be like, yo, like we stuck, dog. They said travel ban.
We from when we got off, we were already trying to figure out what we could do in case we did get stranded. And yeah, no, that's a real thing.
For real, dog.
Because like,
What's the cheapest Airbnb for a month? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's it?
those were legit. Everything was on the table. Because shit, man, I think between the two of us, we took like $3,200.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like cool. Like we knew for a week, like, oh, it's $3,200 for 2 people. Oh, it's gonna be lit.
Yeah, this would be chill. Yeah,
Kicked it.
Hey, we rich.
Dude, well,
Hey, I'm rich.
I'll tell you what. Only vacation I ever went on where I left with way more money than I ever anticipated. I was like, oh shit, I came back like this.
I got 2G still in the bag. What's up? Hell yeah, dude. So what was it like compared to being like You told me a little bit about your travels, being in like Dublin, the big cities, as opposed to driving away.
Oh yeah.
To where shit, you might not find a gas station.
So
They never seen you before. They never seen your
Dublin. That's the biggest city in
Mhm.
Ireland. That's where like the majority of their population lives. I think they've got like 2 million people who live there, or
Not
just
bad.
under 2 million.
Mhm.
Whole population of Ireland is like 4.4 million people.
Mhm.
So it's a tiny little island, but most people they do live in the city of Dublin, and that's one of the cool things about the Guinness factory. They employ so many people.
Yeah, I heard like Guinness is like what funds Ireland, like their biggest
Yeah.
cash crop, their
Yeah.
biggest like. Yeah.
They've got like a 5,000-year lease on their property.
Oh,
like how
no.
like what does that even mean? It's
Yo.
literally built into the floor.
That they have a 5,000-year lease. Does that mean that for 5,000 years they ain't got to pay rent? Or like,
I think yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
essentially. Like
When you put on for the whole country.
yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Hell yeah, dude.
But yeah,
So
that was cool.
So, for example, leaving the big cities to go to the countryside, were people wearing masks? Did they even know what was going on?
the mask thing wasn't a thing yet.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is
masks
still
weren't
still
real.
early
This is
one.
early,
This is still
dude.
early. Yeah, like this is still in March. Like
Yeah.
the mask thing didn't become a thing until what like April, May,
Yeah.
because at first they were like, oh, we're not sure if people need to wear masks, maybe more dangerous and shit.
And there was like a shortage.
Yeah.
It was like-
Well, and they're in the being, but it's like you can hey get a bandana and you got a
Yeah.
whole cloth and rest around your fucking face.
yeah, just do something.
But so Dublin, beautiful city, gorgeous city, big city. A lot of traffic, a lot of narrow roads.
Whoa.
Europe is
Were
very
they nice to you?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, so one of the things when you do travel overseas, especially you go to Europe, they can always tell you're an American.
Okay.
Every single time.
Because I'm fresh, the hair,
No.
the shoes. How they
No,
know
no,
I'm
no.
American then?
We do something that apparently a lot of people don't do, and I didn't know this until I was told.
Mm-hmm.
We smile. We smile at strangers. That's not something people do elsewhere. It's not a thing.
Okay.
That's like an American exclusive thing.
And the Super Ohio thing too.
I think it's a thing across the states.
Okay.
Because like you go to the South, like especially like man, I love.
You're right, you're right.
Love. Yeah, Southern hospitality is real.
Mhm.
Like South is cool. Like because if you're someone they feel comfortable, they like yo, it's legit.
Mhm.
You always got people down there like yo, fuck you, bro. And you got people like that up here, so like ain't that different. But down there, they're like, you know where you going. You going to see some shit.
Mhm.
But for the most part, everyone's beyond nice and just really, really, really beautiful. And
Hell
like
yeah.
the Southern hospitality thing
Israel.
is very real.
Mm-hmm.
Ireland, the exact same situation, because these people like they got to see two young Americans, and like as soon as you walk into the place, they know. They just know.
They know.
They know. It's so crazy. But strangers come up and start talking to you.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you smiled at a stranger. Well, guess what? You invited this conversation.
Yeah.
Like, oh, shit. I guess that is what that means.
Mm-hmm.
And we met a lot of really cool people. A lot of older gentlemen just hanging out, drinking at the pubs. Old drunk dudes love to chat.
Yeah,
They
that's
love
right.
it. They love it.
Yeah, to have a good conversation. I mean, you're a bartender, so you know about that. You know
not a hang.
how it's like it's more of a social thing than you're really drinking.
Yes. Yes.
It's a
Except it's a drinking thing.
okay. It's a little bit of both. You're right. You're definitely right.
When we were in Doolin, which is on the West Coast, man, we watched this guy get wasted, and he's with his son. His son is like he's like maybe 2 years younger than us, so he's like 20, 26, 27. And this dude his dad is wasted, and he's sitting in his chair, and he falls out of his chair, like hits his head in the fucking floor, and it's like out cold for at least like 10, 15 minutes. His kid's trying to get him up, like waking him up. Eventually he comes to. His kids, like, you all right? He's like, yeah, I'm good. Gets up, orders 2 pints for him and his son. They ate him. Like, all right, cool. And we all just watched this man just fall out.
Okay. They got
Hit his
different
head.
rules there. You can be
If you can get back up and you can order a drink, and you're not fighting nobody, you're good.
You're good. That's good.
Drinking culture in Europe is completely different. Like being a hooligan, it's like accepted as long as you're not hurting anyone.
Yeah.
It's like as long as you're not like
Whoa,
legit
dude.
trying to fight someone or like
Disturb.
bully someone, disturb.
Yeah.
Like, well, no, they're obnoxious as shit. I mean, they're that wasted, but But it's a very different culture. Yeah, this dude ended up giving us a bottle of moonshine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's how we know this dude was super drunk. Yeah, he went to his car after he talked to this dude for like him and his son for like maybe 2 hours. And this
He
dude
said, "I
was
got
like,
something for
I got a
you.
parting gift for you.
I got some."
And he gave us a fucking bottle of moonshine, which they call poutine in there.
Was it clear, brown?
Clear. No.
Okay, shit.
Yeah.
You got some real Irish moonshine from Guinness himself. Dang, dog, that's dope.
Oh, no.
That's super dope,
I
man.
forget what that dude's first name was, but
Hey, shout out my mans.
well, the thing that was crazy, we had the same last name. That's when we ended up kicking with that dude for so long.
Wow, you have an Irish last name, Cameron.
It's not Irish. It's not Irish. It's Scottish.
Scottish.
But it's Mitchell's. The Isles, they're not that fucking big. People fuck.
Hell yeah. So you went on vacation during the travel ban. Seconds after it began.
Yep.
Seconds later.
Good time.
What was it like? How'd they let you get home? Did you need to go to like an embassy and do testing? Did they make you quarantine when you got home?
So we did call the embassy, and they did give us a heads up on what that was supposed to be like. We were told we were going to get tested off the plane. They didn't do that. They didn't do that at all.
So you get on a plane, are they saying like social distance on the plane?
No,
Are people
our
freaking
plane
out?
was packed.
Ooh.
Our plane was packed.
Everyone wanted to get home.
There were more people on the plane than when we flew there initially. So we were on a 787? And I think that's like 400 some odd people.
Mm-hmm.
Packed. And this is the thing, like, you would hear somebody cough, and it was just like, everybody just...
Yo, if you cough during this, now if you cough, you are a villain.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
you're a bad guy.
Yes.
You gotta hold that shit in, dog. You gotta hold it in, man. Especially if you about to, like, go into, like, a club or something.
Yeah.
Like, you better hold that shit in.
But, no, it was... That was weird. But when we flew back, it was like we all got our foreheads temperatured to make sure we didn't have a fever. A few people, they had to go back to the plane. But it was like you got off, you had to sign some paperwork with the CDC, pretty much saying you wouldn't leave for like 2 weeks.
Oh, so saying that you wouldn't leave your house for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Whoa, you actually...
That was a quarantine way back. We do a quarantine.
You had to sign some real papers with your name.
Yes.
Your address.
Yes.
Damn,
yes.
dog, that's for real shit.
CDC, they were not playing.
Yeah, it's
but
smart.
They also could have done a better job.
Mm-hmm.
Especially what we know now.
Yeah, dude.
But
that's insane. So you left for vacation during the travel ban. You were told that you may not be able to come home because obviously we have a serious pandemic going on.
Yeah.
You get home, you have to tell the government and sign papers that you're going to stay in your house for 14 days, like on some real shit. And then George Floyd dies. So, I mean, you literally had like a month of insane shit going down to you, dude.
Yeah.
Like, where was your head at, man? I mean, personally, if I was almost stuck overseas and then the government said, your ass got to be in the house and we going to keep tabs on you, and now this George Floyd stuff's going on, I was honestly personally like, I was a little bit of a wreck. Seeing all the Twitter stuff, getting a little bit of emotional, you know. I'm usually pretty good at being a good, like, journalist where I can read the information and, you know, not put my emotions into it and just read the facts. But this was definitely hitting pretty hard, man. You see a man, you know, pass away on camera.
Yeah.
It's a little bit heavier when it's recorded. You know what I'm saying?
No, absolutely. You get to see how cruel humanity can be sometimes.
Yeah, over a $20 bill, dog.
Yeah, over a fake 20.
Insane.
Man, can you imagine being dead because you got a fake 20?
Yeah, that's a mistake. I mean, as a bartender, have you seen a fake 20? Is that something that happens?
All the fucking time.
That's something that happens, right?
People print off fake bills on $1 bills all the fucking time, especially around the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, be careful. Check your stuff coming up.
Holidays.
That's cash. That happens every year. Yeah, that whole situation was really intense because, like, just coming back from the trip, it was like half of it was cool. Then the other half was like, oh, shit, they're shutting down. And it's like, you can't do anything. And we travel all the way across the country. I'm driving on the other side of the road, and that's just stressful.
Okay.
Driving a stick on the other side of the road. But it was like going from a shutdown there, then coming back home,
Mm-hmm.
and everything is shut down here, then just being at home, like, and the George Floyd shit happened. And it's like, Just watch this dude beg for his life. Like, literally call out for his mother, who's dead. Like, she's dead.
When you start screaming for mom, that's next level.
When you start screaming for your dead mother
That's
to help you,
that's next level. Yeah,
shit, man.
you're truly frightened.
No,
Frightened to the bone.
And that thing, and that man was huge, and he's calling out for someone to save him who's been dead.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to comprehend and understand that level of fear, because you know the police don't care if you live or die.
Insane,
Like,
dude. That's a hard thing to comprehend because dude, when it's fear, when you're at, if you do something extreme, you're in a car accident, you skateboard, you snowboard, when something extreme happens, like, dude, that fear is like nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Like, to call out for your dead mom is like, dude, that's extremely intense.
You're a grown man. You're calling out for your mother who's been gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he probably shit on his way. Like, legit, who knows? He probably did see her before he passed.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
But
intense, dude.
It was like everything that happened after that, with the protests, the riots, the looting, the whole situation. It was fucking heartbreaking to see, but at the same time, it was really rewarding.
Mm-hmm.
Because like a man who was trying to buy a pack of cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
He died because clerk called the police because of the fake 20 word, and the police had complete disregard for his life.
Yeah, it's super sad, man.
And to find out one of the dudes he worked with at the fucking club.
Mm-hmm.
One of the cops,
homies,
Chauvin, who killed him.
Mm-hmm.
They worked together.
Intense.
Like,
what kind of world are we living in?
That's someone you've seen multiple times. You know who that is. And
you know what he smells like.
Exactly.
Yeah, you guys know what each other eat.
And
you know what I'm saying?
You're going to lay in this man's neck with your knee.
Yeah.
For 8 minutes.
Truly disgusting. Truly disgusting.
Like, what are you a cop for? What are you trying to accomplish?
And you can hear this story 100 times, but when you see the video, it's nothing like, 1,000 words for one picture. Exactly is how I feel. You know what I'm saying?
I think that really broke a lot of people. Like a lot of Americans. I don't think they were to handle that reality.
For sure.
Like both you and I, we're black. Like, I'm sure you've had that conversation with your parents growing up. Like, be careful. Don't do this. Blah, blah, blah.
Yep. Yes, sir. Talking to cop. No, sir. Talking to cop. Respect them,
Whole nine. But seeing that, and especially with a lot of the other police murders that have happened over the past
just to say 2 years.
Even before that, like the ones, like, especially, there's so many we've been able to see now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so many we've been able to see. Like the Philando Castile one, man. Like,
intense.
Really gonna pull up on dude with his baby moms and his daughter in the back, and you gonna shoot this motherfucker while he's trying to pull his license out?
Yeah.
What are you a cop for? You that scared?
And I'm just saying, if you're the police officer, and you shot a guy, I mean, wouldn't you put pressure on it to keep him alive, dog? Like,
Not here,
dude.
We shoot to kill.
Yeah.
Even if you feel threatened, that motherfucker was reaching for his wallet.
Yeah, that's definitely insane. And I mean, so you're feeling all this type of way. We had COVID. 1 month later, we had George Floyd, and if you're from Akron, we had the Keke Palmer situation. Not Keke Palmer.
Nakia Crawford.
Nakia Crawford situation where a random bystander was murdered in cold blood. And this was like the height of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, the George Floyd shit just went down. Now we're hearing about the Keke situation. And I mean, dude, for weeks and months on end, people were standing on that corner.
Yeah. And
every night I drive by to go into my girl's house, and there would be a vigil, a bunch of candles, and homies just chilling there.
Yeah, no,
dude, insane.
Actually, I work at the brewery right in the corner where that happened, and I got into work maybe about 45 minutes after it went down, and just the whole mood, the whole environment was just like, just dead, just still. It was like you could cut just the tension and the fear with a knife. It was like seeing fog or feeling fog that was just on everyone.
Damn.
Because everyone, like, we just saw this happen, and that's what I'm saying. I feel like that the George Floyd thing hurt and affected so many people. And when she got murdered, it was like no one knew what the situation was, and it was kind of like, was this a hate crime?
Oh, I immediately, I mean, this was during the George Floyd situation. I was immediately like, this is a hate crime. Like,
Yeah, no, a lot of people
we
were.
need the information because I am hurting right now.
Well,
Intense, man.
it was, but like, come to find out, it was a really, really fucked up case of mistaken identity. Someone trying to get revenge and end up killing an innocent young 19-year-old girl who just graduated from high school.
So shady.
With their grandmother in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Because you thought it was someone you had it out for, which is so disgusting. It's so
Gross.
disgusting. When just take someone's life just because you can, just because you felt some sort of way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like to see someone so young. Like, I'm like, this thing, I'm 29. People say I'm so young, but to see someone who's 10 years younger than me
Mm-hmm.
get murdered outside work. It's like, what?
Doesn't sit right, dude.
No, what's going on? Like, as a country, something is fundamentally wrong where it's okay, where people feel really you're a position of power or you're just somebody who has a fucking vengeance. You can just kill someone just because you can, because you have the access to do it.
Yeah, it's the access for sure.
Access doesn't help. It definitely doesn't help at all. But we're so willing and just so passionate to go take someone else's life.
Yeah.
Why?
I have no idea. I can't give you an answer. But on that note, Squire, if you could please bring in a little taste test. We have 2 burgers for you to try from 2 local restaurants.
Word.
Thank you, sir.
There you go, gentlemen.
So,
I didn't do it blind. I ain't got a blindfold, no shit.
there's no blindfold, but if you...
I know what's what.
Okay.
Immediately I know what's what.
All right, one is a Swenson's Galley Boy and one is a Sky High Burger.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you please take a bite of each and tell me which
Absolutely.
one you like more?
Absolutely.
Just give us a little break, give you a little food, a little food for thought.
All right. We'll start with the Swensons. We'll start with the Swensons.
Deal.
Okay? Deal? Cool.
Could be warmer. Not bad.
I agree with you, but
Could be warmer.
hang on.
Ain't bad.
Life could be worse.
Yeah, life could be worse.
It might be though, so we'll find out tomorrow.
Tomorrow is election day, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
We will find out who is our
President.
Probably our president.
Probably. Fuck. The fact that there's a question behind it, that's how we all know how stressful and how dire what we're going through as a country is right now. Like, this really feels different.
Definitely.
Yeah.
This isn't just like we're voting, like, oh, we're just going to vote. It's a normal day. It's like, yo,
No, this
a
feels
lot of things will
different.
ride. Mm-hmm.
Like, and
voting this year was definitely a way more of a community experience than it's ever really been. I'm talking to everyone I talk to has a 4-hour wait in line.
yeah.
My family super takes voting serious, so they we get dressed up. My mom gets the camera out. We're dancing, we're drinking coffee.
Yeah,
They're
wildin'.
having a good time. You know what I'm saying?
That's
And-
cool.
And this year, it was like intense. Like everyone was there, everyone was high-fiving, like everyone was out. I was like, damn, this makes me. I liked voting this year. It was a good time.
Yeah, it was cool to vote, but
All right. Now we're gonna try the second burger. It's called a Sky High from Skyway.
Yeah, let's get it.
Just give it a shot. I'm Team
Dog.
Skyway, man.
Yeah. Not an
Sorry,
question.
Swenson's. I love you, dude.
Just look. Look at the difference. Look what the fuck is on here. What's on here?
I don't know, dude.
This was my favorite place to get a burger growing up. Yeah, it's
Not anymore,
not
dude.
the same. Not
We'll
the same.
talk about this later, Swenson's.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry, we will. But yeah. The George Floyd thing, I really think that changed a lot. Then shit, you got like the police station get burned down, which I've understood the animosity and the anger, and I respect that. I get it. Someone who died for no reason. It's like if people don't have an actual avenue to really express and actually have justice for what's happened, what do you expect?
What do you expect?
But the thing that's really crazy now is that we find out that who actually burned the police station down, they're part of the Bungalow Boys.
What was that?
It's a far-right extremist group.
Bad guys.
Yeah. So this is why this is where it gets really, really scary. Really scary. You have another police-involved murder in the same state of Wisconsin, in Kenosha.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember the gentleman's name who got shot and who's now paralyzed the rest of his life. That also started another wave of riots and protests and looting.
Wasn't that the Wendy's one?
No, that was all this. That was still the. I think that was still the first one, but the second one is when you had a teenager, drive from out of state with an assault rifle.
Oh yeah, that was intense, man.
And killed 2 people, or was it 3? I know it was definitely 2.
2 people did die.
Protecting property. And come to find out,
Isn't he like underage?
he was 17.
He was 17.
But that's the thing. Come to find out, the people who burned the police station down in the first instance, they're part of a right-wing extremist group. And now you have people coming in from out of state and people with guns trying to defend property when this was already set up.
Yeah.
Like, this is like legitimate, and this is something that just really upset me that the news, they haven't talked about, and they haven't.
I never heard bungalow one time. I thought that was a dance move, if I'm being honest. Bungalow? Isn't that like a bed?
Bungalow Boys, some bullshit, some dumb shit, but legit.
Insane.
Legit, like, the guys who got arrested for it, they are members of this group.
Should be called terrorists.
But, no, legit, terrorists, actual terrorists. And I was like, you got the president, like, oh, it's Antifa, this, Antifa, that, like, and Antifa means anti-fascist, and turns out it wasn't anyone who was part of that group who fucking did this, but then you got people coming in a month later, killing people for potentially damaging stuff.
Yeah.
Like, these are opportunities to start a civil fucking war. For what? Why?
Yeah, you're right.
No, legit.
For what?
Legit. Like, it's like, I really think about, like, this kid, Kyle Rittenhouse. And this is the other thing that's so crazy about COVID, man. It's like, this dude, he might have been to school and shot up his whole school and some bullshit, but guess what?
Whoa,
there was no school to go to.
No one thought about that. You're right.
I think people did. It doesn't really click because so many things have happened in such a short span of time. It's so hard, so very hard for people to comprehend and understand what they're going through because it is a whirlwind. And I think that is why so many people, they are upset, they're scared, they're confused, they're depressed. Like, suicides are through the fucking roof right now.
Makes sense.
Suicides are they were already double the rate of homicides in this country. It's like quadrupled at this point. People are off themselves left and right, and something else we're not talking about.
Insane.
No, it's scary.
So, with the rise of Facebook Live, Instagram Live, and the cops having body cameras, do you think that we're seeing police brutality, men working a job that's extremely difficult? It's a hard job. You know, we gotta say that, or is it a combination of both? Do you think, are we seeing that men working a hard job, or are we seeing them, exposing them?
Let me put this down. I'm just going to say this and just let it be known. All cops are bastards.
Okay.
And let it be known.
Elaborate.
Legit. If you're a part of a system where you know it's broken, where you're seeing people being harmed and not helped and not being protected, and that's the whole goal of your job. It's the entire goal. And people are like, oh, it's a few bad apples in the bunch. Well, guess what? If a company actually has some bad apples that kill people, they'd recall all that shit.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good way of putting it.
But it's not a good way of putting it.
Some of the eggs are bad at the grocery store.
That's how it fucking works.
You gotta recall all of them.
But yet, we keep saying it's okay for these people to go and do their jobs because they're hard and completely have complete disrespect for the people we're supposed to protect and the law.
Yeah.
And that's fucking bullshit.
Exactly.
No,
It's fucking bullshit.
But this has been going on for forever. It's just now that everyone's been able to see it. Like, we can't stand for people who we pay our tax dollars. Like, you got a job, right? Like, everyone here has a job, but your tax dollars are going towards people who don't care about the people we're supposed to protect.
Yeah.
But even outside of that, why the fuck does Akron got like a fucking SWAT vehicle tank? What do we need that for? What do we need that for when you got kids who might have to pay to play a sport next year? Or they gotta, like, legit, like, you got a budget where you might have $2 million for a fucking tank. You're gonna give it to the police station so they give it to kids who actually can actually use it to better and enrich their lives.
Yeah.
So maybe these goddamn cops don't have to deal with this shit later on. But guess what?
Makes sense, yeah.
Hey, here's a tank. Here's some tear gas. Go pepper spray and go tear gas some kids during the protest because you feel threatened. Because that also happened in Akron the same week of the George Floyd protest.
Insane, dude.
The tear gassing that happened in Akron was worse than it was in Cleveland, and motherfuckers were lighting cars on fire. APD should be fucking ashamed of themselves.
Damn, dude. They should be.
But they're not.
A.
They don't care because they have their jobs and be held accountable. But that's how a lot of police officers feel. And this is the thing. Like, I know there are people in my life, your life, who are police officers. And you know what? They may be good people. But I'm sure there were good people who were Nazis too.
Yeah.
And if you're not willing to step up against something that is so fucking broken and it's going to keep happening day after day, year after year, century after century, no, you're part of the problem.
Yeah, you're right.
You are a part of the problem.
So, defund the police, what is that, leading into this question, defund the police, what does that mean to you? Do we defund the police? What is the next step for that?
Okay, let me ask you this. When we got school levies that don't get passed and schools lose their funding, do we clamor about that so much? Is that a big deal?
No.
But yet, when we say defund the police, we're talking about taking away money that they don't need for fucking tanks, for fucking fully automatic weapons.
Yeah.
How, like, why are we militarizing our police to serve and protect? That doesn't sound like they're serving and protecting. That sounds like they're terrorizing.
Yeah.
Because they know the people they're supposed, who may be those criminals, most of them ain't got that.
Yeah. No one's got that.
Especially not here.
Yeah. Hey, we ain't got that.
Well, it really bothers me.
Yeah.
It truly bothers me that we will give so many resources to prevent crime and make sure the streets are safe.
Before giving it to the children, the future.
Or giving it to a social worker who might be to help someone, or giving it to a mental health professional who may be to help some of these people who the cops, they aren't equipped to deal with because that is not in their job.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
you're right. That is not in their job to deal with.
I believe they are overworked, and I believe they are dealing with too many things. But the solution is not just keep giving them money.
For sure.
Because obviously it's not working.
Mm-hmm.
And how many more innocent people have to die
before we get to an answer?
Because this is the thing that really hurts, and I don't understand like why people they still have this appreciation for the police. It's like the police, they kill more people, or any police, our American police, more than any police station in the entire fucking world.
Yeah.
And
probably times 2.
Why? Legit, there was just a terrorist attack that happened in Lyon, in France. A man beheaded 3 fucking people. That happened in a church.
Mm-hmm.
They took him alive. Shot this dude in the leg and were able to apprehend him. We got people dying over traffic stops.
Yeah. There's a big difference.
How is that possible?
Yeah.
Besides saying it's okay. It's not okay.
It's not okay. You're right. You're so right. Jeez, when you put it like that.
But people, they don't know. They don't understand because they're not told to look outside. They're told they're told just to see America as this crown jewel, this beautiful place. That we're the best. We're number one.
The strongest.
We're not number one in shit.
Nothing.
We're number one in COVID cases.
Okay.
Yeah, COVID kings out here. You know what it is.
It's the COVID
gang. Out here coughing and shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and things where it actually matters, we are not number one in anything.
Yeah, nothing.
Except for
school,
fucked up shit.
Yeah, exactly. Army, we got the biggest army budget, right?
Yeah, we do.
What's up? Yeah.
Yeah, we have the largest military in the world. I want to say I think we've got like 9 Navy destroyers. So it was like the big ships you can launch fucking like air.
Do you put them in different places?
Right, launch aircrafts over. We have 2 more than the rest of the world combined.
2 more than the rest of the world combined. Yeah, that's fucked. That's scary.
No, but this is I really think this is why our culture thinks it's okay for people to take other people's lives when it's not necessary, because that has been the foundation of this country since its inception.
Yeah. So moving forward, there's been, during this whole time of shutdown and stuff, we've seen a lot of people breaking down statues and memorials, and I personally don't care. I mean, hey,
I get it.
Yeah, it's the past. This dude's an old slave owner. I don't give a fuck. I mean, hey, I'm sorry, guys, but what is your take on that? Because for example, the Columbus Day situation, like, dude, take down his statue, get rid of his holiday. Dude was shady. You know what I'm saying?
So,
I'm for get rid of him.
I know, and like if you don't care, I get it as well. Like that's for anyone. But a lot of these statues, they got put up during the Jim Crow era. This was like legit well after these motherfuckers have been dead.
Who cares?
What are you putting these up for? Unless you're trying to intimidate, and you're trying to discourage, and you're trying to dehumanize other people. You're trying to put people in their place. These aren't statues. These are totems of your oppression. And they want you to know that. Like,
that's a good way of putting it. It's a totem of oppression. Man.
Like, legit. Like,
what is it? Yeah, what is this?
Most of these monuments, they haven't been up for 100 years. They've been up for like fucking 40, 50 years.
That's Jim Crow.
Our parents were probably alive when these statues got erected.
Yeah. Our parents, they 100% were alive. Insane, man. Totems of your oppression. Let you know where you came from. So crazy, man.
It's truly sad where we're at right now. And the thing that keeps me going is that we know it's sad. So we have to do better.
Yeah. Have to.
We don't. There's not going to be anything left.
Yeah. Yeah, and tomorrow, everyone's emotions are going to be haywire, man.
Yeah.
To just get the results.
Yeah.
Someone's going to be happy and someone's going to be upset,
Legit. That's the thing. This is going to be wild. This is going to air, like, well after. But, like, just, seriously, your friends, your loved ones, let them know you care about them.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't know where this is actually going. No one does.
No one does.
And that's terrifying.
Yeah, dude.
Absolutely terrifying.
Insane. We don't know, if one dude wins, we might be in an awkward situation. If another dude wins, we might be in an awkward situation. We truly are in a rock and a hard place.
No.
But you don't. Well, what do you think?
I think we're between a rock and like the Twin Towers falling over.
Okay.
But actually, let's think about it. So with COVID deaths right now, we got the 9/11 happening every 2 days right now.
It's fucked.
And what are we doing about it? We passed one stimulus check. One.
Oopsies.
$1,200. That was how many months ago?
What up?
7?
Hey, this was bought by Trump tonight. What's up, dog?
Yeah, man. Fuck him. Yeah. So like that was 7 months ago. Then you had like a lot of people they did get the unemployment benefit, which was cool.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people went back to work. A lot of people didn't have the opportunity because they were essential workers.
Yeah.
So you legit talking about people living off $200. We know there's a deadly virus going around, but it's like
You gotta go to work, dog.
figure it out.
Yeah,
figure it out, dog.
I felt so bad for people who had like apartments and stuff because it's like thankfully I live with my family. But like, dude, like as a landlord, are you supposed to be like, I need my money? And then as a tenant, like you're supposed to be like, dog, how the fuck am I supposed to work, man?
If we were smart, we would have shut down completely, paid everyone, to stay the fuck home. Because what happens if we get to 1 million people die because of this disease? Like, that's going to hurt the economy just as bad as not being open.
Yeah, way worse. TBH.
And
jeez,
it's like right now we are seeing cases spike in Europe again, but we also know it's about to be winter.
Yeah.
It's about to be flu season.
Makes sense.
It's already going to be a bad time to catch an illness.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you have countries shutting down again, because they know how deep and dark and painful this is going to become.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say this right now. Do not be surprised. By January 1st, there's at least 500,000 U.S. deaths. Do not be surprised.
Man, that's sad.
Legit, you just look at the numbers, do basic math. It's going to happen.
Yeah. And say we have a high week where things are
We've been having a
inflated.
high week every day.
High day. Damn, dude. Intense. But we have a 9/11 every 2 days.
Yes.
Puts it
Yes.
in perspective.
But it's so
put it in
crazy.
perspective.
So many people, they don't care.
To put on a mask.
It's just not even that. Just that they don't care.
Yeah.
They don't empathize. They like it's not me, so it's not my problem.
Sad.
How did we become so selfish and have such a lack of empathy?
Yeah, truly.
Why?
Truly.
It's sad. It's sad. But it's ultimately really disgusting.
Mm-hmm. So, if you were the leader, Cameron Mitchell is the leader of the free world, or United States, you're the president, you the man. What is our course of action from here? Like, what should we do? Like,
Here on out.
yeah, you are the leader, so give us a what we should do moving forward.
You have to make a national mask mandate, and even though no one wants to hear it, no one wants to be a part of it, you have to shut down.
Mm-hmm.
You have to.
So first being 1,000% the mask mandate.
Absolutely.
That's your first. You get on the podium. That's the first thing you say.
Honestly, I think they should go hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like legit mask mandate, but we have to shut down. Like, what's about to happen in December? in January, especially if it gets cold. If it really does get cold. Like, and this thing, we were really fortunate, especially up here last season.
Mm-hmm.
We had a beautiful winter.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was cool.
chill.
Wasn't that bad.
Not bad at all. And I definitely feel like it's going to be one of those years, too, where winter's real. We just had snow yesterday.
My whole thing, this whole year's been shit, so I expect more shit to happen.
Yeah, I heard that, dude.
I'm just ready to see a better future for ourselves and for whoever is after us.
Mm-hmm.
If we make it that far.
If we make it that far.
Yeah, I think these are real conversations that we all actually do need to have.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think people understand how easy it is for you to have something and everything just goes to shit and disappears. I mean, I really feel like a lot of people don't know what it really means to have loss. And just especially like paying attention to what our life was like, especially when we were little kids and like after 9/11, how everything did change.
Mm-hmm.
Everything got really, really different. I remember like things not being as fun because people were scared. But imagine what it was like for those kids who lived like in Iraq and Afghanistan, like when bombs getting dropped on them and they're going through shit. And it really, really sucks and pains me to say it, but it's like, oh shit, look what came the fuck back around.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, thank you very much for coming on the show today, Cameron. We had an amazing talk, some good-ass food. One more time, where can the listeners find you on social media?
You can find me on Twitter at CollectiveMindP, and you can find me on Instagram at Collective Mind Project.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much for tuning into the Highgarden Podcast. Have a great evening.